Hello guys, it's Ina and it is 16th of November. Cold. Came to the forest by my moped, thanks to it. Wow, it's really cold. Before I came, like while I was going here, my face now is frozen. So on the way here I found some people. They came by minivan and they're standing that way, maybe 1 kilometer away. They're like a group of, I think, 5 or 6 people, mostly men, 1 woman. Men were kind of short, a little bit darker skin, so I assume they're not native Swedes. The woman looked like, actually she looked like maybe 16 or 18-year-old girl. She looked pretty Swedish to me. And I don't know what they were doing. They didn't have rifles, so I assume they're not hunters. But they had the shovels, so I assume maybe they're doing some kind of cutting stuff for the hunting area, because here is hunting everywhere, and maybe they have to, I don't know, do something. So today in the plan we have to look for more interesting stuff we can collect for Etsy. I found also yesterday that people sell some moss, and look, Sweden is full of moss. So I don't really need to prepare much of it, but I just want to see maybe there is something like interesting, outstanding they can find. And of course we're looking for autumn chanterelles. And here's some digging. And yeah, by the end of the week, they promise rains with the snow. So on Saturday, 40% chance. So it's really getting cold. And yeah, actually I forgot, I'm looking for tiny mushrooms too. And it's pretty dark. You can see probably again the quality of the video is not good just because it's dark. We have now it's like I think 8:30 in the morning, and sun rises at 7:52 nowadays, so it's still dark. So there are some abandoned houses also in Sweden. It's no different from any other country, but I don't know if anyone is living here, but I try to pass this area as fast as possible. So one more tip about Swedish Forest. Do you see like the yellow metal bar there? It's actually the bar gate, and you need to be very careful with those, because most of the forests in my area, they belong to the paver fabrics, and they open up and close the gates at absolutely random times whenever they want. So one time we got locked in one of the forests without the way out, and it's not a big deal, right? But there's a problem for a car, so it could be stolen or whatever. And also we had to go to work, like my husband had to go to work next day, so it was a very difficult and challenging time for us. So be aware, and if you see any bar gates, better not go there with your car. With a bike, bicycle, on foot, yeah, no problem, but not with a car. Okay, so there's not much really to see or to do. Don't know. Whoa, walking, and I don't see many things. Like I found this tiny mushroom. Okay, it's not tiny but small. It's okay, it's good, but the rest, like I'm looking, I can't see autumn chanterelles. I can't see anything interesting. Like in this thick and dense moss, you cannot see any small mushrooms, even if they grow. So we need different type of forest where mostly pine trees without moss. So here just came to check this fallen tree just to see if anything will grow around. I don't see anything here. I think it's better to go back and go to a different location, because here blueberries are growing, moss, but I don't see anything. I haven't seen even a single funnel chanterelle, autumn chanterelle, but found these two. Okay, we'll take them. So they look pretty beautiful actually. Okay, so three mushrooms. Like you see, there's some old stuff. I thought like maybe some mushrooms will grow on the old trees or the remains of the trees, but nope, nothing here. That is why I think we need to change the location, because it looks quite empty to me. Maybe I should look kind of deeper, go lower, but still. Guys, remember what I always tell you. If you did not find anything on one side of the road, go to another. So there's the white light space, it's the road. There's my bike, moped, and I went to that side of the forest. There is nothing. So I came here. It's still very close to the road, and you already can see here, there. So mushrooms, they grow, just for some reason not always around the forest. Look closer. These funnel chanterelles are so big, they're like true flowers. Look, so really big. Just remember to clean the legs if there's anything, like any moss or anything. So you'll have to clean a little bit less later at home. So let's take one, like here, for example. You can take it like this, put into your basket or bag, whatever you use, but it's much better to clean it now, like to cut the edge, and when you come home, you can just start drying them, or if you want to cook them, you can just rinse them and start cooking. Yeah, these are pretty big and nice. I found a little bit of this mushroom that looks so beautiful. 3 little babies, a couple and their child. Wonderful. Found a couple of more chanterelles. 1 and here's 2. So yesterday I made a stew with the remains of chanterelles that I picked last time. I actually froze them. I fried them and froze them, so they were fine. So here, 2 more. So I decided to have a little paper bag for those like kind of smaller mushrooms, and for any leish, or how you pronounce it, that type of moss, we keep in the green bag. So let's see if there will be anything else. Because remember that chanterelles, they grow in groups. We found one. We found, okay, maybe not really many, but we found a little bit more. So it's kind of worth to check around. Don't see, oh, I don't see more, but don't forget it's end of the season, so it's okay. So look how dark the sky is. It's still morning, like it's 9:30. It's supposed to be kind of bright, sunny, but no, not here. I kind of understand now, like why a lot of people, especially immigrants, they feel depressed, especially in winter or autumn. And I really understand those Swedes that when every early summer, not summer, spring, when it's like March, it's still cold, it would be still like snowy, but they'll put on their jackets and they'll go out and sit, like drink their coffee outside. I truly understand them now. So we're going to, how call it, the place where hunters leave salt for moose and deer. No, I don't know if I will meet anyone there or not. I hope not, because I don't want to actually get encountered with those animals. They could be scary, but we'll just walk and see what's going on here on the way. So over there, the white tiny spot, that is actually the salt, but I don't want to go there because that area has usually no interest of mine. I will go this way because there is another salt location, and actually I don't care about salt. There is just like better place for looking for my stuff over there. That is it. Found a family of these small mushrooms. It's very difficult to actually see what are they. So here I got one. They were already kind of cut or broken, and I don't see any distinguish, like the cap gets slowly, it's connected with the leg. So they look like they're made of jelly, so kind of strange mushrooms. So I think I will pick some for my experimental bag because they're still here, and they're already like, I did not cut them, so they were like this. So I don't know if someone stepped on them or someone tried to cut them, but I'm picking them up. Wow, like this. So I just picked them here, and look what is here. What is growing here? Here are some chanterelles, and they are in good shape. Ho ho! 1, 2, and here is just like one big or 2 smaller ones, or 3. It's one big, I think. Look, so huge. Wow, this is interesting. I didn't expect to get chanterelles here, and especially when them growing so openly. Cool. Look what I found. I found some poop, and it's quite soft, and it smells like I don't know, just something herby. So it's like it's a herbivore. I know that moose and deer, they have kind of circles, little spheres or circles, but this one is loose, so doesn't keep the shape. Usually something like this will go for bear, but bears, they eat berries, but now there are no berries, so it's interesting. Is it a moose or is it a bear? So I found another poop. It's if you see, there's like a little trail goes, and here's the poop. It's more kind of formed, like here this is more firm, and this is firm, kind of the first part only was liquid. So I read, oh, there's a bird. I read online that if moose eat some kind of seagrass or just kind of stuff like that from the river, the poop will be more liquid, but I don't see any river very close, but we have some rivers, so I don't know. And here is the, I don't know if it's the hoof or the paw, kind of difficult to say. If you know what animal is this, please let me know. I would really love to know who is this. So I decided to walk a little bit different direction. There is still a path, but without the poop, because who knows, whatever, we don't want to risk. And here I found some mushrooms. Look. So they grow in the remains of a tree and have brownish leg with some kind of tiny stripes. They have grayish gills. Like if to look here, they look gray, and actually they are gray, but this way they look kind of creamy a little bit. But in the cuts they look, okay, maybe here closer, they look a little bit more gray. So bright. Okay, this maybe looks a little bit more natural. Okay, so here they are. Double colors. I know that Flomulina, as I remember, they're supposed to have like a little skirt, but who knows? Who knows? We live only once, and don't want to risk. So yeah, we're going to. Actually, I'm going to pick some, but not for eating. Not for eating. Wow, look, there are even more there inside, the smaller ones. Interesting mushroom. And maybe a couple of meters away from those mushrooms, here we have more autumn chanterelle, stratcanterelle, and look, they're a little bit more beautiful here. I would say they look more like flowers, and the smell is so fresh, a little bit spicy in a way. I don't know, it's a very delicious smell, and oh, they are beautiful. So here I have some, over there a couple of them, and I have to investigate that area. And meanwhile I sent a photo of poop to my husband, so he can maybe ask his co-workers, so they will help me to identify, hopefully. There's been some digging going on, and here's actually quite freshly, slightly undigged what is called puffball mushroom. Look how many spores it has. So meanwhile, I'll show you my bucket full of autumn chanterelles, the thread chanterelle, and unfortunately not very lucky with all of the small mushrooms or some kind of interesting moss. It's not that easy to find those, but what is this giant? I'm pretty sure it's from the family of Lactarius, but I'm not sure if it's Ryżyk or if it's something else, because it's quite old, big, dark, so I can't even, don't want really to cut it, and it's huge, so let it be there. So yep, we'll investigate a little bit more this area. But obviously here are some animals walking, so it's a lively forest. There we go. Oh, do you see this kind of brown thing? At first I thought it was an animal sitting, but it's just a piece of wood. Yeah, it's a little bit dark here, so not that easy to identify things. Into this wood with the roots of the tree that kind of fascinated me, or I thought it was kind of an animal. And here I actually see that mushroom that I always forget its name. Jeżowik ryżeющий, but this one is white, duck swamp. So this one has been eaten a lot. So yeah, we can't take it, unfortunately. But at another place I found a little bit better one. So this I will keep. And here we have some kind of green mushroom. I think it's ryżyk, because when they get damaged, they get greenish. But it's very old, so yeah, we can't take it. Okay, let's not forget the knife. Knife is important. Actually, I will hold it in the hand just to be sure that I have control of it. And here we have more of this mushroom. Okay, these are quite fresh. Not like those we picked on Saturday that they looked okay, but they were actually bad and they smelled bad. This one is good. Oh, here. Also good and good. Oh, so they're very delicious with chanterelles because they absorb all of the flavors. Haha. So So here we have more autumn chanterelles, but they look slightly different. Look, this. Let's take this we picked from before. So these are quite light, and here the cap is so much darker, like almost black. But if we look at the legs, they look almost the same. So under the cap still the same, so don't worry. They're just slightly different, but they're still good. It's not like they're old, they're just a little bit different in color, but they are still edible. Like this one I take, it's very firm and nice, and just next to it there grows a slightly lighter version that is also nice and firm, so not old. So yeah, pick them. Here, this one is also good, just short leg. So here some heavy digging was going on, probably by wild boars, swins, but mushrooms still grow here, so it's interesting. So I assume boars, they don't really like autumn chanterelles, thread chanterelles, and I wonder why, because they're really crazy about regular chanterelles. So curious why. So my husband has talked to his colleagues, and they think that it's probably a wild boar. And the thing is, they're quite new to this area, but like they've been living here for maybe only 20 years. Before that, there were no wild boars or wild svin in Swedish. So yeah, it's 12 o'clock now, noon. The sky is very gray. Ooh, this road is not the best. So already on the way out of the forest, like I know where's the road. It's only a couple of meters to the left of me. Okay, it's not like the road, it's just like a hunter's road, hunter's path. So I just decided to walk along it on the other side of the forest, just to see, maybe I'll find something interesting here. So, but anyway, I'm on the way out, and it's not like I found something very interesting, but there are also mushrooms here. Ta-da! What a good. So there was almost impossible to see those, and if you can see, my bucket is actually full. All thread chanterelle and a few regular chanterelles, and here, just because I have a little break, old Ina, I am picking a couple of more. Oh, so now all of the digging has been identified. So there's a wild boars. They were digging a lot because I found those few normal orange chanterelles at the place where they dug, and it means they dug like a while ago, and I came a little bit later when they skipped a couple of tiny ones, and they grew up when I came. Okay, I'll go and check. Maybe we'll find something interesting here, maybe not. So we'll see. Hey, I found something. It's a jaw. Looks like quite old jaw. I don't know, should I take it or not? People, leave your comments or your thoughts in the comments. So should I take this old jaw? What can I do with it? Well, sitting here I actually found something. Looks like a mushroom. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, some old mushroom. Maybe it's from the family Lactarius. I don't know. It's so, how to say it? So old, so can't see. Okay, here, the jaw brown, almost invisible. Okay, there's also a hole here. So I don't know. Should we? I think I will take it, but you have to tell me what to do with it later. Do you hear? Dogs. So I guess they're hunters, so it's time to leave the area. Whew. I'm so tired of walking over those huge stones and stuff. It's not easy with a full bucket of mushrooms. Oh. So I went back to the Hunters Road and walking to my moped on the road because I'm so tired and my hands are also tired. So thanks everyone for staying with me. Thanks for liking, commenting, and tell me what should I do with the jaw that I found. And see you next time. Bye bye.